Hi, my name is Liz Hathaway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead. The week starting Monday 27th of July 2020, and what a full-on week it is. My goodness, I mean, there is such a lot of aspects. The inner planets in particular seem to be having a bit of a hard time, I think, with Venus in conjunct Jupiter and Pluto, Mercury square Mars, Venus square Neptune, Sun square Uranus, all in 1 week. So I think the inner planets, the personal sphere, is certainly carrying some burden this week, burden that is being imposed, shall we say, by some of the planetary transits. So let's kind of dive in there and start with, let's see, which side am I looking at here? Let's start then with Monday. Okay, so the moon is in Scorpio already on Monday, so I'm going to put my glasses on now. But you need to see things clearly when the moon's in Scorpio, right? So this is quite a difficult position for the moon on the day of a Venus in conjunct Jupiter and a Venus square Neptune and a Mars square to Mercury. And forget, moon in Scorpio, Mars ruled. So what we kind of see first, if we get like Venus in conjunct Jupiter, the sense there is of some kind of incompatibility. Okay, these planets do not share any common ground here. They are in different elements, different modalities, so there is that sense of incompatibility between Venus and Jupiter. But Jupiter will kind of always be inclined to big things up, right? That's the nature of Jupiter. And Venus in Gemini, Venus, of course, having gone retrograde on the 13th of May in 22 degrees Gemini. She's been retrograde. She's back where she was in May. So there is a sense here of the circle coming round, of some kind of closure, in a relationship. Some suffering and loss, which we see with Venus square Neptune. That is quite a difficult square, I think, Venus square Neptune. There's always that sense of loss, that sense of longing. And yeah, it's kind of rich with pathos, really, you know. There's a sort of, there's a kind of a pain here that cannot be reached and cannot be healed. And there's a sense with Neptune, as it's an outer planet, of not being able to control the situation, which in turn creates a lot of frustration. And we see that then expressing maybe through the Mercury square to Mars. This is all on Monday. You know, words spoken in haste, which you can repent in leisure, you might, could say there as well. But yeah, it's an emotional Mercury and Mars is impulsive. So I think there is that sense there of trying at least to, find some kind of channel, whether it be going for a jog, whether it be, screaming into a pillow, I don't know. But watch your words on Monday, because there is that sense of helplessness, sense of longing for love. And I think it's really important to add on this same day as well, on Monday, we're having the second Jupiter-Neptune sextile. Jupiter is retrograde at the moment. I think Neptune probably as well. I'm just going to check that. Yes, he is. So both these planets are retrograde at the moment. So yeah, Jupiter, Neptune, this is as well. Neptune is very much about the imagination. It's very much about seeing what is not yet manifest. Jupiter in Capricorn wants to earth things, wants to make it concrete. So it's about having faith in ourselves, even when the going gets tough, no matter what is falling apart around, that we keep the inner lamp burning, if you like, that we keep faith in our own daemon, that we keep faith in our own spiritual path, that we will get there in the end. But Jupiter sextile Neptune is running as a thread through this year. The last one I think is in November or late October. So I think I might even have written it down here. Yeah, the last one is on the 12th of October. So it's running through, it's sort of offering a sort of a lifeline, if you like, in a period when we've got lots of Mars squares to the Capricorn planets, we've had Saturn conjunct Pluto, etc. I don't need to name them all, but it's been quite a tough year this year, quite a year fraught with, isolation, pain, difficulty, you name it. So Jupiter Neptune is saying, keep you know, the Hermit is very much, I think, Jupiter, that the card, the Hermit from the Tarot, very much exemplifies, I think, Jupiter in Capricorn. You know, you have to protect the flame, keep it burning, you know, and keep the faith with yourself. So yeah, very, very fraught sextile start of the week there. And then we get into Thursday and we see that Mercury's not done, right? I mean, Mercury's still going to be opposite Jupiter, and we get that on Thursday. So again, there's a sense there when Jupiter touches Mercury as well of not being able to let go of thoughts, you know. It's almost like, you know, you're turning the handle and, you know, they're churning out. So it's very difficult to find spiritual ease, to find comfort with your own feelings. There's an awful lot going on always when Mercury meets Jupiter. Again, Jupiter retrograde, my advice, write it down. You know, write it down, and kind of having written it down, let it rest, put it aside, you can come back to it. But it's interesting because Mercury as well is not done, because on Saturday Mercury is going to be opposite Pluto. So again on Thursday, as we get that Mercury opposite Jupiter, we also get Mercury trine Neptune. So again, that thread, that idea of, you know, thoughts have power, how we think creates our reality. Mercury trine Neptune, Neptune in Pisces. We need a bold vision. We need to have a creative look at our life and imagine things differently, and then, you know, keep faith with those ideas, keep those thoughts alive. Friday, see, we have the moon opposite Venus in Gemini, moon in Sag, very restless kind of moon there. And then we have the Venus inconjunct Pluto, which in a way is kind of, you know, if you like, pushing the nose even further on this fact of incompatibility, on this fact of, yeah, you know, there's at some point these two planets, this Capricorn Gemini, it's coming at life from such a totally different angle that this can be difficult to reconcile. Saturday, Mercury opposite Pluto, you know, maybe a sense here as well of, yeah, deep frustration. I mean, it's Pluto, right? You know, words again, you know, this could be words that could be used in a dark way, or because we've got on Sunday Sun square Uranus, words also being used to clarify, to bring things, you know, to get some kind of closure, to actually see a situation as it is, the courage, if you like, to face our demons, to face things as they are, because we see on Sunday, you know, this illuminated, it's a sort of, yeah, bright light of Sun square Uranus. This is, you know, yeah, illumination, really, isn't it? It's a sort of swift, sharp shock. It's a wake-up call. It's, hey, who put the light on? I can see what part of the elephant I've got hold of. You know, that overview, being able to see the picture. Of course, moon is conjunct Saturn as well on Sunday. So what we're seeing might not necessarily bring joy. We're heading to the full moon. And the full moon, you know, on a week on Monday, we have Mercury opposite Saturn. So Mercury then finally has, you know, had that emotional catharsis, if you like, of, you know, contacting these three heavyweights in Capricorn. But I think the key here, the key to this week is we cannot always change, you know, what is coming at us. We can't always change the circumstances of our life, but we are able to control our way of dealing with it. And I think that Jupiter-Neptune sextile and the Mercury trine Neptune are the things that we want to catch hold of and really put some, what should we say, kind of embrace them and really look at how we can put those two planets, those two aspects, Mercury, Neptune, how we can, Jupiter, Neptune, how can we put this energy to good use right now? Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye.